What's up, YouTube? This is your girl Megan. Welcome back to the Hood Astro Queen. To all of my returning subscribers. But if this is your first time on my channel today, be sure to hit that subscribe button because you know you want to. And today, I'm just doing a brief celebrity birth chart reading on somebody who's been making headlines as of lately. Okay, and this person is Miss Fantasia Barrino. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. The Scream Queen herself. I ain't never really been too deep into Fantasia. She has a few songs here and there that I enjoy, but she screams way too much for me. I would not be interested in seeing her live. She's extremely talented, incredible voice. Too much of like the churchy thing going on for me. It's just a bit much for my personal taste. Nobody asked, but you know, of course I'm gonna say it. Duh. Oh, me and my opinions. Okay, so yes, she made the news due to her interview at the Breakfast Club. All right, so she's been promoting, I think, an upcoming album or of some sort, and went on to the Breakfast Club, and somehow, some way, they got on the discussion of relationships, and she was saying that the issue with Black women is that we want to be the leaders, we want to be the mothers and the fathers, and that in actuality, the male is the leader of the household. He should lead, he needs to be the head, and as the queens, we should be the neck and be comfortable with being queens and letting our husbands be the men of, the house. And she said it's a generational curse because a lot of women are used to being the mother and the father, so to speak, coming from single households or single parent households, or they're forced to be single parents themselves, so on and so forth, so on and so forth. And of course, it stirred controversy. And I see what she's trying to say. Like, I get the point. I get the thought process behind that. However, I don't necessarily subscribe to the notion of submitting to anyone, because when you look up the definition of submission, which I conveniently pulled up for you guys, it is the action or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force or to the will or authority of another person. Okay, that sounds like a job. All right, ain't nobody about to have authority over me. I mean, unless like the government, like, oh, I have to go to work. Okay, fine, I have to report to a boss. But outside of like this capitalistic society, this government that we live in, why do I want an authority figure? I have parents. I don't need an authority figure, nor do I need anybody who I'm submitting myself to their will. You're a superior force now? Oh, no. Especially, and I find it quite interesting that in Fantasia's case, she's always made more money than the dudes that she's with. So, I know she had like a little dicey love life. I'm not really sure as to what happened in the past. I knew she had a couple relationships that were kind of scandalous and whatever. But, it's just funny. It's just ironic that you make most of the money, but I'm supposed to submit to you. I don't know. Y'all drop down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about that. But once again, this is an astrology channel. So upon hearing this interview, of course, I'm like, what the fuck is Fantasia's sign? Okay, what the hell is going on with Fantasia? And so Miss Thing was born on June the 30th, 1984 in High Point, North Carolina, making her not only a Cancer sun, but she actually has a stellium with her sun, moon, Mercury, and Venus all in Cancer. Okay, so that Cancer energy in and of itself, it represents the divine feminine. It represents the mother, the womb. It represents family. So all of those themes that promote a generally kind of nurturing person, definitely for me, it explains her mindset, like why she could be somebody who is prone to thinking the way that she thinks when it comes to the roles that men and women play in a home. These people are definitely, they lean towards more of the nurturer, caretaker, supporter. So yeah, her being the neck, so to speak, all of that is that Cancer energy. Her Cancer, specifically her Mercury at the 17th degree of Cancer, can also make her somebody who is basically like incapable of making decisions that don't include her emotions, so to speak. Like, she could be very subjective, which could point towards, like, if she was brought up in a home like this that took on a lot of these roles and a lot of these gender roles, she could very well just be the type to naturally be attached to them, because Cancer Mercury individuals do look for familiarity. That's just Cancer in general. So, these people could have a hard time making logical, rational decisions. In a lot of their worldviews are going to be constructed around maybe how they were raised, traditions, customs, what their family has always done in the past, and so on and so forth. Cancer does deal with heritage. So there's that. Also, I thought it was kind of interesting. Her sun is conjoined to her Venus. Okay. And I feel like this could potentially point towards her husband financially coming up on the backs of, of her. Yeah. And it could also deal with him being a bit of a cheapskate himself. But I mean, obviously, as I said it before, she tends to date men who are not necessarily like they have anything to do with the entertainment industry. I don't know, whatever it is about this dude, I don't know, but she does have a couple indicators in her chart of her not having the best track record when it comes to men. Okay, so all of this submission and home family shit, she like to kick it. I feel like she doesn't do it with the right men. I mean, another example of this is her Mars. Her Mars is at the 12th degree of Scorpio. That number 12 does deal with victimization and sacrifice even. Okay, Mars and Scorpio, depending on how it's aspected, could be a little dicey, okay, because it could create a woman who attracts men who are rather secretive, controlling, vindictive, you name it, okay? These men can be some very interesting creatures. Her Mars is conjoined to her Saturn, okay, which is at the 9th degree of Scorpio. And that 9, it's a very much like an Aries kind of energy. So it creates like a selfish kind of energy. So this could point towards her dating men who are rather selfish, like I said, methodical, and just very much underhanded. But it could also it deals with her being in a lot of debt too. And I know she was speaking on her financial situation on the Breakfast Club. Her owing people a lot of money, the government in particular, that's that Saturn and Scorpio, a lot of money. And I mean, there's that. It could also even be a situation where her management, like, is something going on with her management. That's Mars and Scorpio. Like, it's kind of fucked up, or she has other people leeching from her, like parasites. That's that Scorpio energy as well. But it could also deal with having a man who's a rather a parasitic creature, or definitely infidelity. Her moon is squaring her Pluto, which is at the 29th degree of Libra. That 29, that's that anaretic degree. It brings crisis, high pressure situations, third party interferences, which could even bring about cheating, especially in the sign of Libra. That's like relationships and shit all day. So I mean, she's definitely prone to attracting cheaters. And I mean, hey, I guess. And this square from her moon to her Pluto could also indicate her being like, I don't want to say a pick-me, but somebody who will go out of their way to, like, they need other people. Okay, they need other people. They need relationships and whatnot. So, like, even when it comes to her living arrangement, like, she has to have a partner. She has to have somebody to live with. So, yeah, I didn't want to get too deep off into her chart. I just wanted to touch on that. All right. So, y'all drop down in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of the reading. And be sure to take care of yourself. Practice unconditional self-love so that you can love others. And until the next video, okay, I'll holla.